Okay. I didn't think that didn't sound as bad as I thought it was going to sound. Hi, guys. We sick as a dog, both of us. That being said, welcome to the Unprofessional Opinion Podcast. My name is AJ. Sitting across from me is this nigga over there, JC. How are you this morning?
I'm not sick.
Okay. Well, I'm sick.
I had a little scratch in my throat, but other than that, man, you know.
Scratch on my throat. Well, I'm sick. Fuck all that he's saying. I'm sick as hell.
I'm just tired.
As I
here
sit
surviving,
here
man.
Stir my tea, get out style.
No, yeah, just know if you hear sipping noises, we're both sipping on that tea.
They can hear that.
I mean, I don't care about all that. Unprofessional opinion. 2 guys, 1 podcast, no rules. Well,
we got one rule. There's one singular rule.
One singular rule.
That no professional opinions allowed.
None.
Which is gonna be interesting because in the future, if we ever have guests, like we ain't gonna never be able to get people that actually know what they're talking about because those are professional opinions.
Yeah, we can't get any professional people.
Yeah, like we could never do that.
Kind of cornered ourselves.
Yeah, we've kind of.
I think about it.
We've kind of cornered ourselves into a very interesting part of the market.
That's fine though. Yeah. Nobody's here with us. We're coming to you on a Saturday instead of our normal Sunday.
Yeah, because the goddamn Super Bowl is tomorrow, and it's here in Atlanta. Boy, has this city been a shit show.
Just talk to him.
If I can help it, and I've made this commitment as soon as I landed on Thursday. If I can help it, I'm not leaving my house.
I gotta leave my house today. I gotta go get stuff.
I mean, you had to leave your house supplies to get here. I'm not going anywhere near the city of Atlanta.
Oh, no. We're not doing that.
That is just a terrible plan. I just know it's, oh my God, it's so bad.
Yeah, it was terrible trying to get out of there Friday.
Jesus.
But yes, the Super Bowl is here. We normally don't talk a ton of sports on here, but we are sports heads, so we might talk a little sports today.
No, we talking some sports today.
We talking a lot of sports today.
Not that much. Been going down.
So the Super Bowl is here. It's tomorrow. It's the most watched event in America.
Mm-hmm.
I got a problem with that. Before we get into the actual game,
I mean, same, but probably not for the same reason that you do.
Well, talk to me. What's good?
I mean, I just think overall it's just kind of a pointless spectacle. I mean, this is also from a person who is not exactly that big of a fan of football in general. Okay. So, just the fact that all of this is going on around this one sporting event when there are so many other things throughout the year that should be cared about much more that don't get nearly, half, quarter, and eighth of the audience. There's something wrong with that. It's something very wrong.
No, I mean I agree with that. I mean I'm not a huge football fan, but I've grown to it.
I grew to it for a while, but then it's just like this. I don't really find a lot of entertainment in watching people run into each other.
Well, I mean, me
strategically.
Is more, Yes, he is more. I'm more of a strategic person, so I'm more in tune with the strategies, the preparation, the film study.
That's fair.
But I mean, as far as the actual game, Sunday afternoon, I'm not just sitting in my TV watching the 1:00 game.
I don't really care that much.
No, but Super Bowl, it gives me a chance.
Even without Kaepernick, I wasn't watching football.
Right. I hadn't heard from him lately.
Right.
Anyway, so I probably won't even watch too much of the game. Be honest with you. I do got a prediction though.
What?
No, I got a prediction who's gonna win.
Who?
The Rams.
Okay, that's probably
it's too many parallels between the Patriots and the Rams, right? You got the coach. When Bill Belichick first came to the league, he was the young whiz, the defensive guru that's just been around football since he was 2 months old. And he just knows everything.
Right.
Now you got Sean McVay, the offensive guru,
Uh-huh.
NFL assistant coach at 22. That doesn't happen.
He was
Yes, he's never coached in college. Like, he's never had to work his way up. He came straight to the NFL.
I wonder if he gets the same flack as Brad Stevens does in the NBA.
The only difference is he's had a ton of success. Like, Brad Stevens, like, feel good story.
Right.
Not a whole lot of talent. Like, this guy is like making people who shouldn't look good look really good.
Sounds just like Bill Belichick.
Right, exactly.
So,
and then you have the quarterbacks. You have Brady, obviously, unathletic.
I mean, yeah. Just none of the tangibles yet.
None of the tangibles. Quarterback kid. California. Tall, lanky. If you put a little pressure on him,
he crumbles.
He crumbles. Jared Goff. Tall, lanky, quarterback kid.
A little younger.
California.
Minus 15 years, 20 years.
Right. You put a lot of pressure on him, he crumbles.
Right.
So I don't want to say it's like a passing of the torch, but it's like Brady and Belichick are looking in the mirror at their younger selves.
That their first Super Bowl win.
Right. Like, that's what it
Fair.
is.
Okay.
But, so I think it's going to be a great chess match between two football savants.
Mm-hmm. Who do you think? Why do you think the Rams get the edge?
Because they can't block Aaron Donald. The Patriots, they will not be able to block him.
Who's Aaron Donald?
He's the defensive tackle. They have Aaron Donald and Ndamukong Suh. And Ndamukong Suh will get ejected from the game for messing Tom Brady's life entirely up.
Right. And then Aaron McDonald's going to be mad because they took out the other defensive end.
Right. I mean, Aaron Donald. And I think the Rams have a lot of people who used to play on the Patriots. So I don't think the fear factor of, we're going against Brady and Belichick is there.
Okay. No, that's fair. That's a fair assessment.
So I got the Rams winning 30-24.
Okay.
I mean, Brady is the greatest. I hate to say it.
I mean, he is.
Was it?
He's not the best. He's just the greatest.
I don't think he's the most talented.
Nope.
But I think
he's never at any point been the most talented quarterback in the league.
Right.
He's just been the greatest. And that's why you have to give a lot more of that credit to Bill Belichick than most people do.
Well, see, here's the thing about Tom Brady that separates him from the Peyton Mannings and the Aaron Rodgers and those guys.
Mm-hmm.
Because
he's a Packers supporter. I'm kidding.
Well, no, I mean,
I had to throw that jab in there.
One's married to a supermodel.
Fuck that, yeah. And who's also a bitch. Talk about some goddamn, he can't throw and catch the ball. Bitch, you goddamn right. He can't throw and catch the ball. We saw him try to catch it.
Yeah,
wide open, through his fingers.
Yep.
Shut your goddamn ass up.
Yeah. No, the thing about Tom Brady that's different, where I could say now, I could definitely say that, like, if there was
He's
one football
definitively
game,
the greatest.
Like, if there was one football game and I had to choose one quarterback, I'd choose Tom Brady, because when stuff goes bad for Tom Brady, it doesn't rattle him.
Yeah, he's cool, calm, and collected.
Peyton Manning is good. And he prepares like nobody has ever prepared.
I mean, he can read the shit out of a defense.
But if he get one reading, if it goes bad early, it's all bad.
Right.
Like Peyton Manning will throw 4 interceptions in there.
True that.
It wasn't until in his career. Aaron Rodgers the same way. Like, when it's good, he's good.
Right.
But when it's bad, he can't ever steer the ship.
Right. I think that is a comparison to. Who was the quarterback that they said played for the 49ers? Was Montana, who was just always cool, calm, and collected. Like, it didn't matter. I think they had a story once where it was like the fourth quarter, like 2 minutes left, everybody panicking. He coming down the field. He goes back to the huddle and he talk about, oh shit, it's some celebrity who was on the sideline. He was like, oh shit, this is a celebrity on the sideline. That's dope. All right. Blue 19, man in motion on the left, go. Come on. Like,
Right.
that takes a different level of being cool, calm, and collected to be able to be that aware of the world and that aware of the game. Like,
I mean, I
that's
agree.
different.
I
That's
agree.
just different.
Are you looking forward to the modified Maroon 5 Travis Scott Big Boy halftime show?
No, I don't plan on watching it. I told you I'm being here playing video games all day.
Oh, I mean, I thought you at least watched the halftime show.
No.
You're not going to catch the like you're not going to ever watch it?
Did Cardi drop out?
Oh, was she on there?
I thought she was.
I don't know.
But so is Maroon 5 Big Boy
Travis Scott.
I mean, the only thing
watch
that I
it.
would really look forward to was Big Boy, and
Yes.
that's because there's a chance that Andre is also going
He's
to come
not coming out.
So
No.
I think
Andre
there's a
3000.
chance.
Andre
There's a
3000
chance.
not leaving his house just like you not leaving your house.
I mean, that's fair. That's fair. But there's still a chance.
He ain't
So-
coming out there, man. Come on now.
Also,
Because they would have said that.
Nah.
They would have gave you if they knew 3 Stacks was coming out.
I
think
don't
they
think
would-
anyone knows.
I think they would advertise like, oh, here's a special guest.
Nah, I don't think they know though. Because here's the thing, like, it's kind of
You
like
don't think Big Boy knows? You think he's the only
Big
one
Boy
that-
definitely knows.
and
and
he
Andre
know he
knows.
not coming. Look,
But
man,
here's what
Sleepy Brown gonna go out there and and they gonna do I Like the Way You Move.
Nah, because I think it's gonna be because it's kind of like the same thing where it was a few Super Bowls ago where Beyonce had Destiny's Child come out with her. Didn't nobody know that Destiny's Child was gonna be there. It was like rumblings about it.
Yeah, but rumblings.
Okay.
See, there ain't no rumblings.
But it
this
was
time.
literally rumblings based on conversations like this. Like, oh, is she gonna bring Destiny Child out? We don't know. Don't nobody know, except for the Queen. Like, it's the same shit.
Nah,
Don't nobody know except Andre 3000 and Big Boy.
I don't even think Big Boy knows. If Andre 3000 shows up at the Super Bowl, he's going to step in right in the middle of Travis Scott's performance and perform Hey Ya. Nobody's going to know. Everything's going to just black out.
That's gonna be amazing.
And they're going to be like, what is he doing here?
That would be amazing. That would be one hell of a.
He not doing that.
Also, why did Outkast never get a Super Bowl performance?
I mean,
That would have been super hard.
We already talked about
They're
this.
great show curators. Why did we
I
talk about that?
agree, but when you have somebody as mercurial as Andre 3000, I don't think Andre 3000 ever wanted to do a Super Bowl. That's why I don't think he coming.
100%. I agree.
It's
I
like you're not
100%
ever
agree
getting
with that.
Frank Ocean to perform anywhere.
I agree with that too. Okay.
I would love to see Frank Ocean in the Super Bowl.
I don't think that would be a super entertaining show. It'll be a good show.
No, visually, I think he could make it entertaining. I think he's got enough creativity
True that.
to make it visually entertaining.
Okay.
And he's got
I can
enough
agree there.
hits with enough people.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
you can
Okay.
get,
I
you
can
can do
agree there.
slide.
I can agree with that.
Let's move to the NBA.
Man, it's
Davis,
all going. It's a shit ton is going down before this trade deadline.
Anthony Davis has
Officially requested a trade from the New Orleans Pelicans because they fucking suck, and he wants to go play somewhere where he'll actually have a chance to either build a team and or win games and championships. So I mean, solid reasoning. So.
right,
Because
but
they've done a shit job of actually trying to build a squad around him.
and see that's one of the rule changes I have for the NBA. I think we've talked about this maybe off air. If
Like, that's
If
a perennial talent.
you have messed up royally the way that the Pelicans have squandered Anthony Davis, I think you owe it to Anthony Davis. I think you should be required by rule to trade him wherever he wants to be traded.
How long he been there? 6 years? 5 years?
7 years, I believe.
I mean, low-key prime years.
I mean, he's our age. He's 25. He's only getting better. He's putting up Kareem numbers.
Right.
Who putting up Kareem numbers these days?
Nobody.
He's averaging 29, 13, 4 assists, 2 steals, and 2.5 blocks. And he's not even in
And
the
like
MVP.
one turnover. like,
And you've put the worst wing rotation in the league around him.
I mean, can't nobody defend. Can't nobody shoot.
I mean, well,
except for Anthony Davis.
Drew Holiday. Come on now.
My bad.
Scrub.
Drew Holiday is not a scrub, but you got one other guy on the team who can defend and shoot. You got one other guy who can shoot. What's his name? The Nikola Mirotic.
Mm-hmm. That's it. You had Boogie and Rondo. You got them both out of there.
Right. Nobody else on the team can. You got 2 defenders on the team at 14.
You got Julius Randle.
What the hell he gonna do?
Enough said.
He'll be fat on the left block. Like, go on now.
I see a lot of Julius Randle and Zion Williamson, by the way.
I don't.
Not a good comparison at all.
Zion Williamson is 4 times as athletic.
Right.
Yeah, he's big as hell.
I'm talking about skill. Skill level is the same.
True that.
Like I'm looking at Julius Randle, Lamar Odom with Blake Griffin athleticism.
Right. That's one
not the
thing.
face of the franchise.
This summer is gonna be very telling for Zion Williamson. If he ain't training every day, all day this summer, he's gonna get exposed like none other his rookie year. Oh man, it's gonna be bad.
So
stop touting Zion Williamson. Cam Reddish is better.
Anthony Davis had, the rumblings out there is that he wants to either go to the Lakers or the Knicks.
The Knicks fucked themselves in that deal.
Well, we'll get to the Knicks a little bit later.
Right.
And the GM for the Pelicans just returned the phone call from the Lakers,
right.
Magic Johnson. They weren't even answering the phone.
See, the Pelicans was just so mad about this whole tampering rule. Honestly, I think that they just gotta wait. I think you waive the fines. Because this is how bad the Pelicans have operated with Anthony Davis. That you waive the fines. Everyone gets to call Anthony Davis. Because not even the Pelicans were calling Anthony Davis trying to put together a good team.
Here's the thing. All right, people were calling this in September. So this wasn't really that big of a surprise. As soon as Anthony Davis switched agents to Rich Paul, everybody said, what's going on here?
He finna go get a bag for a good team.
He finna go with LeBron because that's LeBron's guy.
Yep.
Everybody said, okay, come on now. Really? And I think that the Pelicans, I think 2 things. 1, the Pelicans are reaching. 2,
reaching out.
2, the Lakers, they're panicking.
The Lakers are panicking.
Yes.
Okay.
Because we'll get to the Lakers. I'll cover the Lakers first. So, obviously, they've been here before, right? Paul George said, trade me. I want to go to the Lakers. Everywhere else I'm going ain't the Lakers. I'm signing with the Lakers. Then he didn't sign with the Lakers because they was like, why we need to trade him if we can get him for without giving up nothing in the offseason.
True.
And it backfired on him. So they not playing around.
Right.
Apparently they had like 5 different offers on the table for Anthony Davis.
The Lakers?
Yes.
Apparently they were all weak offers though.
Right, but also
it's just like how y'all panicking if y'all not gonna actually put the best foot forward.
Also, I think that a lot of that is the Pelicans is leaked by the Pelicans. Okay. I think the Lakers did put their best foot forward. I think the Lakers said you can have everybody not blame LeBron.
Okay, and you think the Pelicans are just being some hoes about it?
I think the Pelicans are trying to say, we got lowball, like
just because
we're still available.
Blah, I feel it.
And
KCP wasn't on the table. He wasn't in any trade talks.
No.
So.
And he shouldn't be.
I'm just saying.
Not because KCP is just like this great player. Just, I got to be able to hold some cap room.
Right.
And I think, but you also hear rumblings about them getting Luke Walton up out of there for Jason Kidd.
Jason Kidd wasn't that great of a go.
One, but this is LeBron trying to do what LeBron does. Now, Magic Johnson, if you're listening. Rob Pelinka, if you're listening.
Okay.
When LeBron gets his way all the time, it ain't gonna work out. See Cleveland. They gave LeBron everything he wanted. So you know what? Is that plum and red? I'm out of here.
Wow.
Shout out to Cavaliers.
I mean,
in Miami, he tried to do the same thing. Remember? He tried to get Spoelstra out here. Pat Riley said,
"Now hold up now. Hold up.
He said,
got too much dip on your chip, son.
Said,
this is my job."
Right. You don't get out of my office with that garbage. And it worked. The Lakers, if they don't make the playoffs this year, it ain't because of Luke Walton. Luke Walton is doing, he's not coach of the year.
Right.
But
he ain't doing a bad job.
He's not doing a bad job at all. I mean, Lonzo Ball just keeps getting hurt. LeBron, you've missed
17 games, I think.
You've missed a third of the season so far.
Yeah.
Dang, your shoulders is looking.
Appreciate you, dog.
I see you. Yeah. Somebody been in the gym.
Bent over flies and lat raises. It hitting those hard.
So I think the Lakers are panicking. And I think the Pelicans are reaching because they won't just trade him to the Lakers.
And that's what it's weird. Like, why? What is the point of trading him anywhere but the Lakers? If that's the one place he wants to go. I'm listening.
Because Boston can't trade for him.
True.
Because of the CBA, they can't have two Rose Rule players on the team.
Who?
It's called the Rose Rule.
What is that?
It's when they start talking about like the Supermax and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's a clause in the CBA that says like this guy's a designated player, so you can give him higher than the max extension after rookie contract if the guy's like already an All-NBA player. Blah blah blah.
This must have been introduced after LeBron and them, after the Heat.
Yes, it was.
Okay, because I was about to say they had 3 potentially Supermax players.
Well, I mean, no, they didn't because this is in your rookie deal. So like, yeah, it's in your rookie deal. So like, if you come in the league and you already setting it on fire and you've already like multiple times All NBA or you win like Defense Player of the Year, MVP or whatever.
Like you can be designated as that player.
Right, you can be. It's called a designated player.
Okay.
They just nicknamed it the Rose Rule. You can only have one of those players on a team at the same time.
Really?
So Kyrie is already that player, and Anthony Davis already is a designated player. So they can't both be on the same team until Kyrie's contract runs out and he becomes a free agent.
Oh, so it's designated for your contract.
Yeah, it's designated for that for the length of that contract. That makes sense,
right? And
so
AD is not a free agent; he's being traded. Okay, right. That makes sense. So LeBron is not that right now.
No, it's after your rookie deal. So if you do all of this stuff within your rookie deal, then you get that contract for that next deal, and then it's Supermax.
Okay.
So Boston cannot trade for him until after the season when Kyrie is a free agent.
Right.
That's what the Pelicans are waiting for because that's the best package available. Because Boston has 4 first-round picks this year.
True that.
4. Not including their own. They have 4 first-round picks. There's only 30 of those.
Right. So they have 5 first-round picks.
They have 5 first-round picks this year.
That's disgusting. Are any of them protected?
Yes, but as of right now, they're going to get all of
them. Who did they get them from?
They got one from Memphis.
They getting that one, okay.
But it's like top 1 protected, something like that. Like,
yeah.
They're going to get that one. They have one from the Clippers.
They're getting that one.
That's lottery protected, and I forget the other one.
Didn't the Hawks trade one?
It's one from... I think it might be from Philly.
They probably won't get that one then.
But I
mean, they got 4 of them. They're getting 4 first round picks. That's all that matters.
But okay. And they have young players. They have veteran players. Like they have the mix. I mean, this is what Boston has been doing all of this for, is to get Anthony Davis.
Right.
So they're right on the precipice, and they can't trade for him until June.
So you think the Pelicans are waiting that out to get the pick so that they can try to get Zion Williamson?
Well, no,
And
I
know,
think that they want to do what's best for their team. I mean,
yeah,
Jason Tatum, if they're willing to trade Jason Tatum, that's the best player that they're going to get.
Mm-hmm.
And, I mean, if they get a package with Jason Tatum,
and 2
salary cap
first-round
fillers,
picks,
and 2 or 3 first-round picks this year,
that's a great deal.
That's what they want, but they can't get it.
Until the offseason.
So they're waiting. But
Okay.
now you're hearing everything that's coming out about the Celtics. If Kyrie ain't going to be there, they saying Kyrie may, he may go back to the Lakers.
He said, I don't owe nobody shit. And that's what he said.
The Knicks?
Not the Knicks. We gonna get into that.
The Lakers?
The Knicks.
I can play with LeBron again. There wasn't really no beef between us. We patched that up.
Right.
Which is what I've always said. There was never any beef between them. It's just Kyrie looked around and said, wait, if he leave, I got to deal with all this? No, I'm out of here.
Right.
No, I don't want to play for you.
Kyrie probably knew he was going to leave long before anyone else did.
Exactly. But, I mean, AD hasn't come out and said that he wants to go to the Lakers. Now, his daddy came out and said he ain't going to Boston.
Right. He said, fuck them niggas.
He said, no. We not going to Boston.
In case there was any confusion.
But I think that the Pelicans should take the Knicks route, what they did with Kristaps. So let's get into Kristaps. He's a Dallas Maverick.
Yep, because the Knicks and the Mavs hit a trade. I forget all of the details, but I'm pretty sure it was
Dennis Smith.
Oh, you got all the details off rip. Has it been finalized yet?
Yeah.
Okay.
Dennis Smith, Wesley Matthews, DeAndre Jordan.
Mm-hmm.
Draft pick in 2021, 2023.
Mm-hmm.
For Kristaps and Tim Hardaway Jr.
Yep.
I think that's what it was. I mean, I like the trade. Obviously, for the Mavericks, you get Dirk. You got Dirk and Steve Nash back in the building with Luka and Kristaps. That's gonna get people in the stands.
True that.
Now, if you're the Knicks,
I'm mad.
I've always said, because we talk about music a lot, off air and on air.
I mean, hey.
I never criticize people for trying something. I never criticize ambition.
Okay.
So if you try something and it don't work, we can say that it don't work, but I can't criticize you for it.
I mean, we can still call it trash, though. It could be ambitious and trash. It can be both. It can.
I mean we get into a specific example of that.
No, okay. we got the example. Where we coming from, but it can be both ambitious and trash.
If it's bad, it's bad.
Right.
But I'm not gonna call it trash if you're trying to do something you haven't done before and it doesn't work. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I understand what you're saying.
Like if it's not quality, I'm never gonna sugarcoat. If it's not quality, I'm gonna tell you that sucks.
It's trash. Okay.
But I can also appreciate somebody
who's willing to try.
The Knicks, I can't be mad at them because if Kristaps comes to you and say, "Look, I'm not happy here. Get me out of here," then get him out of there.
I mean, hey. So they are essentially the anti-Pelicans.
Right. I think that the Pelicans should do what the Knicks did. If the guy wants to be traded, don't hold on to him. Because now what you're going to do is you're going to get to June. And Kyrie's going to bolt. And they're going to say, well, we're not going to trade our best player now, Jason Tatum, or these draft picks because now we have to replace our best player.
Right.
I'm not giving up the farm. I'm only giving up the farm for Anthony Davis if Kyrie is also here.
Right.
If Kyrie is not here, then
what are we doing?
Boston's offer gets considerably less, and now you're like, well, dang, the Lakers are the only thing left because the Knicks now don't have any assets to trade. They have like 4 players guaranteed under contract. Exactly. For next year, they have Kevin Knox, Mitchell Robinson, who's 5. I mean, I like him. Okay. Alonzo Trier undrafted, Damian Dotson undrafted. That you don't have anything else. Like, you could possibly trade Dennis Smith again.
I mean, you maybe got those
But
picks too.
DeAndre's a free agent. Wesley Matthews is going to be a free agent. It's like, you don't have anything to give the Pelicans for AD.
The best assets they have at this point are the first round picks now.
Right, and I'm not giving them up.
For, 2 and 4 years away.
So we know what this is about.
What this is about.
This is about the Slim Reaper. Durantula.
Mm-hmm.
Either they already know that Durant is coming,
Mm-hmm.
or they finna pitch Durant.
I mean, the moon and the stars.
Say, look, you can pick whoever you want to play with, and we giving them max money too.
Would that not be breaking the Rose rule?
No,
Or they
because they all free agents.
Oh.
See, we talking about Kawhi, we talking about Jimmy Butler, we talking about Klay Thompson, we talking about Kyrie. He said you could pick any of those four, and we got a bag for them too.
Okay, that's fair.
This is the friends and family package.
Huh. This is gonna get interesting.
So
This
now
summer
it's
gonna be
like,
some shit.
you know, they must either they know something that we don't know, or everybody just put all their jobs on the line
Right.
for this.
So now, my question:
Talk to me.
who do you think gets the next super team?
The Lakers.
Okay, because AD is going there for sure.
And I think Kyrie joins them. I think the Lakers with Anthony Davis there. I think Anthony Davis is a more attractive player to play with right now than LeBron. Because everybody talks about the media circus around LeBron, blah, blah, blah. I think that people, if Anthony Davis is sitting in that room with, and say, look, man, this nigga kind of old. All right? Like, we finna come in here. LeBron is going to show us how to win.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're going to take the Lakers back to where they need to be.
Right.
Like, LeBron is the bridge, but this is going to be our team in about 3 years.
We got to walk it.
Right. It was like LeBron, he's LeBron, he's here.
Wait, so Anthony Davis and Kyrie are going to be doing that. How do you replace LeBron come time to replace LeBron? Because I can imagine them niggas going to be in the Lakers for a very long time.
I think that's why they're trying to keep, from what I've read, they haven't put Brandon Ingram in any trade.
Right.
So you keep Ingram and let Ingram be your point forward, your small forward or whatever. But I think you start treating LeBron like the Heat did D-Wade when LeBron was there.
Mm-hmm.
LeBron plays the maintenance program. He plays 65 games a year.
Mm-hmm.
In the playoff, he become that dude.
Right.
I mean,
who's more valuable, Brandon Ingram or Kyle Kuzma?
Kuzma. Not even close at this point. I mean, Brandon Ingram had 36 one game. And then he's had 36 points the other 15 games LeBron was out combined.
Okay.
Like, Brandon Ingram has disappointed me. I
Kuzma's
thought Brandon
beast.
Ingram. I mean, Kuzma can score it. But I don't know if. See, now it's tricky. Because it's like.
Do you replace LeBron with Kuz or with Brandon Ingram?
No, it's just which one is willing to be a fourth option. If
probably Kuz.
If we bringing in AD and we bringing in Kyrie, which I think they end up getting Kyrie.
Mm-hmm.
I think Brandon Ingram will be more happy with being the fourth option than Kuzma. I think Kuzma knows he's a star. So get him out of there.
Fair.
Because you're not that kind of star. The star that you're not Anthony Davis. So get him out of there.
Right.
It's just, the Knicks. I mean, you're talking about $70 million in cap space. Nobody has ever had $70 million in cap space.
But here's the thing. I think New York has lost the lust that we always talk about. Honestly, I really do feel like they've lost that lust. And I think it's mainly because of this decision.
But here's the thing. I think you're exactly right.
Uh-huh.
But that is the pitch. If you are the guy that brings the Knicks back, Kevin Durant. That's how Kevin Durant gets back in the GOAT conversation. Word. Because that's what LeBron did. LeBron's like, okay, I got my thing. What would solidify me is I go to the if I go to the Lakers and I bring the Lakers one chip in 4 years,
right?
dog.
But here's what I don't think.
If you the guy that brings the Knicks back, man, that you go down in NBA folklore.
Right, but I think the difference between LeBron and KD in that talk is that LeBron went to the Heat and learned how to really be a leader.
Mm-hmm.
And then went back to Cleveland and brought them that championship, and now is going to the Lakers and potentially going to do the same thing. I don't really know if KD is going to do that same thing. One, because he's not the most valuable player on that team.
No.
And he's not the leader of that team by any stretch.
No. He doesn't want to be a leader.
So, and that's the thing. So if you have to be both of those things to bring back the Lord to New York.
No, you don't. Because they're going to say, pick a teammate. So if you don't want to be the leader, you can pick who the leader is.
Right.
If I want that leader to be Kyrie, now that's not a great option in terms of leadership qualities.
Right.
From what I've seen, from what you hear from Boston.
Right.
But KD can, if KD is the guy that goes first and then KD brings somebody with him, it doesn't matter what the leadership of the team is. KD is going to be the guy that brings the Knicks back.
I don't think so. I don't think that's going to be the case. I think KD's going to be right there. He's going to be the perennial scoring powerhouse.
No. I don't think that he's going to do it. I'm saying that's the pitch. Pitch is,
and what I'm saying is, I think that's the pitch, but I don't think that would.
You don't think KD buys it?
Either that, or even if things go exactly how we planned it, and KD goes there, brings someone else, and they win a championship. I don't think KD gets back in that conversation like that if he's not the leader of that team.
But
that's what I'm saying.
But what do you mean by leader?
I know that KD wants to be back in that conversation. That's a hell of a pitch for him. Because we all know that KD cares.
I don't think KD wants to be in that conversation.
You don't think KD wants to be in the GOAT conversation?
No. I don't. He knows.
You would think he's still tired of being number 2?
No.
You think he's okay with being number 2?
But that brings up an issue for the Knicks that nobody has questioned yet. But that's why we're here. We asked the question that you won't.
Right.
And we said the things that you don't.
Right.
Now, you remember when KD said all that talk about LeBron, right?
Right.
Toxic, nobody wants to play with him.
Mm-hmm.
If KD decides that he wants to go back to being number 1 option, why would you want to play with KD if you're Kyrie? Because you're in the same scenario. If you're Kawhi, if you're Jimmy Butler, if you're Klay Thompson, like, you're in the same scenario. You're Kemba Walker, whoever it is.
Kemba ain't going nowhere. Charlotte is his squad. I wonder if they're ever going to build like a nice team around him.
I would love to see Kemba in New York. Kemba's from New York.
I mean, we didn't see him make help.
On the Knicks. I've seen Kemba light up Madison Square Garden. Yeah. I would love to see Kemba on the Knicks.
I mean, that would be great, but I don't think he's leaving Charlotte. I don't know. I don't have any information. I don't think he's leaving.
Because Michael Jordan's a terrible executive. That's why he's not leaving Charlotte.
So you think he's not leaving Charlotte because he can't leave Charlotte?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean, they're going to max him out, but like a Kemba Walker-led team is giving you exactly what he's giving you now. Kemba Walker's great. Your team is garbage. True. And your team is going to be garbage. True. But the NBA is getting ready to have a seismic shift.
Yeah, this summer is going to be
I want to figure out, look, if I had my way, if we just being honest, if we just being completely honest,
okay.
LeBron, KD, AD, Lakers. That's dirty.
That would be terrible.
That's a 3-peat.
I mean, that's a 4 or 5-peat.
That's a 3-peat. LeBron's winning titles at age 40.
Right.
LeBron has 7 rings. Yeah. No, he's 35. That's 5 more rings. LeBron has 8 rings. Let's have the GOAT conversation now.
Right. I mean, it wouldn't be a question at that point to me.
But that's not going to happen. I don't think KD is ever going to play with LeBron. But they must know something. The Knicks may be juking us all by saying, "Oh, we look like they're incompetent," which brings me to the other thing. They have the most incompetent owner in the league.
100%.
I don't know if you could get 2 star players to play with him.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, I think when you talk about the comparison of telling KD to bring the lust back to New York, I compare it kind of like to the pitch that Chicago was trying to throw at LeBron when he went to the Heatles. Bring the lust back to Chicago. Bring the GOAT conversation back to the Chicago Bulls. And we saw how that went.
No, here's the thing. Here's the thing what happened with him in Chicago. One, Derrick Rose didn't recruit him. That was the issue.
True.
Two, and probably most importantly, he didn't want to live under anybody's shadow. That's where KD to the Knicks picks up a lot of steam. Because the Knicks are a glamorous franchise, but they don't have a lot of glamorous players. I mean, you're talking about Sweaty Pat.
I mean, the last time they had what was the last
You're talking, I mean,
great players that they had? I mean,
was
Patrick Ewing
was slightly out of his prime Melo.
Right.
That's who the bar is set. Like, the bar is set so low.
Amari Stoudemire
was a big splash in free agency.
Oh my God!
They said, "Oh, we're all in now. We got Amari stats." I don't know, man. They must know it. I don't see KD going to that. I don't see KD going. I didn't see KD going to the Knicks anyway with Porzingis there. I think that if you could get 2 max spots with Porzingis and 2 other people, now you got a team. Okay. But I mean, you take who are the 2 best free agents out there? If you took KD and Kawhi on the Knicks right now, I don't think they're better than Milwaukee. With what else they got on the team. You know,
true.
They're saying Kevin Durant, DeAndre Jordan are really good friends. Yeah, like they're gonna re-sign DeAndre. It's trash.
Okay.
He's the second. He looks like the second round pick he is.
DeAndre Jordan.
Yeah. Now let's talk about speaking of trades.
What we get into?
We got to shift over to the old 45.
Oh.
And I'm about to say something that I don't think that you're gonna like.
You finna give him some props?
No.
Yes, you are.
I'm not about to give him no props.
Don't lie to me.
I'm not. I'm about to give him a wall.
LOL.
Now, the topic.
Okay, please. Nah, I'm gonna let you cook. I'm gonna let you cook.
The topic I have on here is the word wall has crippled American politics.
It has.
Now, last week, I wanted to make the distinction that when we say wall, we're not going back to the 1400s. Right? And you said people knew that. Okay, good.
I actually take that back, though. I don't think people know that.
Okay.
I don't
so just in case you didn't know, last week.
I don't think people know for a fact that it's not literally building a wall.
Right. And
like a brick and mortar wall.
Right. So if you didn't know, last week we make that distinction that it's just going to be a really extravagant fence.
Oh, also there were videos caught of areas where it actually is a wall, and it was some Mexican folks that had a ladder. And they just climbed right over the wall. Right. And it was just a tweet. It's like $7 billion wall meet $700 ladder. Like not even 7, like what 120 beat $100 ladder.
Right.
It was video. They just
you make the point, and you make a valid point because I don't recall me disagreeing with the point that the wall isn't gonna do anything.
Right.
And you have all these discussions, and the government is heading towards another shutdown over the word wall. The word. Now, let's say we replace wall with border security.
With border security.
Are you for increased border security? I mean, I think any country with barriers would be for increased border security.
True.
The Democrats are for border security. They are willing to give Trump double what he's asking for the wall for increased border security. They just say you cannot use this funding to build a wall. There's that word again, wall.
Now, I mean, in their defense, more manpower would probably do more
Right.
work than a border wall.
But the objective,
Like-
right? But the objective is increased security around the borders. I think universally Americans are for.
Here's the thing, though. I don't think that was Trump's plan this whole time.
No, but
I think Trump actually wants a wall.
I think he does too,
Right.
and that's why I'm saying you.
I
give
think
it
he
to
wants a brick and mortar wall.
him. I think he does too.
Right. Okay.
That's why
okay.
I'm saying you give it to him.
A brick and mortar wall.
Give him the wall.
Okay.
I'm gonna throw some numbers that to support my point
Okay.
of what the Democrats and why the Democrats are blowing this entire negotiation.
Okay.
57% of people, of voters,
Believe.
have already said they're not voting for Trump in 2020.
Okay.
So you're talking about getting 43% of the vote. That's less than what he got to beat Hillary in 2016.
Mm-hmm.
And we all know that Hillary messed it up.
She screwed it up royally.
And we're not, overexcited about the economy, even though stock market is booming. So we don't know what the economy is going to be in 2020.
Mm-hmm.
So that number may go down. So we're saying that Trump is pretty much drawing dead on getting reelected.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're the Democrats in Congress, you give him the wall in exchange for whatever legislation you want to get passed. You say, look, we'll give you your stupid wall, but then you got to pass H.R. 1. For those who don't know.
What is HR 1 for the people who don't know what
Right.
HR 1 is?
Are you one of those people?
No.
Okay. HR
I'm
1.
bullshit. I am. I'm 100%.
HR 1.
Unless I do know and I just don't know it's called HR 1.
What?
Keep going.
HR 1 is legislation that essentially takes most of the corporate money out of politics. So if you want to donate,
I have heard about this.
you want to
Okay.
donate money,
Yeah.
you have to register, it's got to be public and
Right.
blah, blah, blah. And
It's supposed to combat supreme lobbying and,
Right.
and super PACs.
right, and it also removes gerrymandering, which
Mhm.
is political bias in redistricting counties. So it will be nonpartisan county redistricting,
Mm-hmm.
which is huge for elections. Now, the Republicans in Congress are calling this violation of Amendment 1. That's why it probably won't get passed.
Mm-hmm.
But if you make Trump support that, along with any other DACA rules for immigration,
Mm-hmm.
you've
You've
basically
essentially counteracted the wall entirely.
And
Okay.
then if he doesn't get elected in 2020 and a Democrat gets elected, it
Just undo
can still be the symbol of them physically tearing down this wall. Then it's like, oh, the guy's a saint. The Democrats are so great. You don't ever have to actually build the wall.
So it's a great political and image play.
Exactly.
Okay. Or a great policy and
But
image
because
play.
the word wall is so symbolic that the Democrats don't want to let Trump win, they're not letting themselves actually win.
Mm-hmm.
So see, everybody is blaming Trump for the shutdown, and he deserves 75 to 80% of the blame. But if the Democrats played it right, they could win the war instead of trying to face this battle. It's a stupid battle.
Okay. It is a stupid battle.
Give him, because it's over a word. It's not over. It's not over increased border security. We're all in agreement there.
Uh-huh.
It's over the word wall. We don't know what wall means. He doesn't know what wall means. Nobody has a concrete definition of what this man means by wall. So we're just going off of the imagery of wall. People deserve to miss multiple paychecks and work for a month for free because we can't come to a consensus definition of what the word wall means. Give them the stupid wall, and then tear it down in 2020.
Okay.
I mean, you disagree?
No, that's actually a really solid play right there, and I can't disagree with that at all. Especially seeing that the wall wouldn't be constructed. I mean,
I mean,
I wouldn't even imagine they would even start constructing it immediately, let alone finishing it by
exactly
2020.
because I mean, what you're doing is now Trump is going to call
The only
a
thing
national emergency
right.
to do probably prevent another shutdown,
Mm-hmm.
and then y'all have to build the wall. I mean,
the only thing
you're
that
gonna
I can
argue it in
imagine
courts.
is that the Democrats in 2020, they just got to find a way to pay all the workers for that contract that has now just been destroyed.
No, well let's get towards 2020. Let's switch policies here from the wall, whatever that means, to Medicare for all.
I mean, that's cool.
Now, I wasn't trying to rhyme there. It just
Medicare for all sounds like
basically what.
obesity care again, and everyone hated that.
Well, the Democrats like it. They like it maybe a little too much.
The Medicare for all.
Medicare for all.
What is the policy and what makes it different?
Well,
from
Medicare
the
for
ACA?
all pretty much eliminates private health care. The government will provide all health care to everybody.
Oh, that's socialist. We can't do that. It's socialist. It's not gonna work.
Well, I mean, not only is it socialist, it's y'all don't have no money.
Yeah, that is true.
Like, I don't. You know, I'm not.
That's
really,
also sarcasm. I have no problem with socialism. Socialism has plenty of great perks, like Medicare for all, and things of that sort.
Well,
But
I mean, I obviously have a different view on Medicare for all.
okay,
I'm not. Do I think everyone should have health care?
Yes.
Of course. I think we're all in agreement there.
yeah,
I don't think private healthcare in the private sector, insurance companies are the reason that healthcare is so high.
I do.
I think the reason that healthcare is so high is because we live lives that require a lot of healthcare. We eat like crap. We don't exercise.
True that.
We smoke.
I mean,
cigarettes
true that.
and
That doesn't mean we can't take the onus off of the
no, I don't.
insurance
I
companies.
know. I'm not saying that they don't deserve any of the blame.
Okay.
I'm saying that
you just say it's
a
half
lot
and half.
a lot of healthcare issues are preventable. So if you have preventable healthcare issues and you prevent them, then you require less healthcare, which then drives down the cost because there's not the demand.
So you say it's half and half.
No, I say it's 40-60. Insurance companies get 60%.
Okay.
Like, yeah, they be taking us to the fucking clean. They take us to the cleaners.
Okay, but we could do better in terms of making sure that our health is right.
But see, here's the thing. When you say Medicare for all and you say it's socialist and you were sarcastic there,
Mm-hmm.
I think because Kamala Harris has come out and said, I'm for that, and then she had to walk it back because it's like, well, wait a minute. You sounded a whole lot like Bernie Sanders.
Mm-hmm.
That didn't work for Bernie. What are you doing? And she's walking it back.
Right.
And a lot of people in the Democratic race are for Medicare for all, and a lot of people aren't for Medicare for all.
I don't really understand why.
Well, one, because they definitely don't trust the government with something like healthcare.
100. Okay, that's valid, but I don't think that's the reason why.
I don't think that's the reason why, but that is a reason why.
That is definitely I mean, if that is your reason, I agree 100%.
Yes.
That is not everyone's reason, though. That's not most people's reason.
The probably considered reason because it's socialist.
Right.
And because of there's a generational gap between socialism. What socialism means to our age is not the same as the age before us.
Yes, because for some reason socialism equates to communism. It just doesn't. It makes no sense.
Well, I mean, Cold War.
Yeah.
I mean, that's where it comes from.
Yeah, but socialism and communism are not the same thing.
Well, I mean,
all.
communism is just socialism with a king. If you really want to get down to it, but
yeah,
it's socialism with a dictator.
Okay, I mean, I understand that.
I mean, but
I don't.
But I mean, to people who aren't savvy, like that's what they
right.
That's the imagery they get.
True.
Is Joseph Stalin, right?
Benito Mussolini. Okay.
I mean, he was fascist.
Right.
Suddenly, that's
Good.
apparently different.
Now we're getting real.
Right, like that's I don't know the difference between them. But
Right.
yeah. So they're gonna have a hard time because we're all looking forward to 2020. As we get to Cory Booker announcing his presidential bid, old Keegan Michael Key himself is running for president. Now the test is to see if he's tough.
Oh shit! But is he tucking it? Oh man!
Now,
That's a good one. That's a good one.
what are our thoughts on Cory Booker? Or what are your thoughts on Cory Booker?
I'm gonna keep it a buck with you.
Go ahead.
I don't really have a lot of information on Cory Booker.
Okay.
From what I've heard, I mean, he's sort of the kind of like a beacon of at least him and his family in terms of his parents, like black folks who were down because of racism back in the early 1900s and whatnot, and really being able to pick themselves up due to housing like opportunities and things of that sort, and really be able to like build their family up from there to become who he is today. I don't really have much else in terms of what he views on policy, because at this point that's all I really care about. So I mean, he black, that's cool, but like, how your policy, dog?
I think
need that.
See, Booker is an interesting case. Because I think Booker is the most talented politician that's in the field right now.
How so?
Oh, because Booker, he's a great orator.
Yes, he is. I have heard that.
And he's got the personality that can inspire people.
Mm-hmm.
But see, I read between the lines. Unlike a lot of people in the world. I don't like his decision making.
Why?
He lives in Newark.
I mean, he is the senator.
I hear you, but no, that's cool. But you live in Newark. Like, he's like, I'm the only one that goes home to a low income community in Newark.
Right.
I'm still here with my day ones.
Right.
That doesn't make a good president. One, because I've been to Newark.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why you would want to live there with kids. Newark is one of the toughest cities in the world.
Yeah.
The world. I don't want you to be.
I don't want my president's life at risk.
You're not even gonna make it there.
Right.
If you say one word and you in Newark? No, sir. No, sir. You telling me you can't move? What's happening? You willing to put your family at risk for a political message? It's not a good start, Corey.
Mm-hmm.
But also, because he's such a good... The knocks on him was he's ambitious, but he does not produce to the level of his ambition.
Mm-hmm.
So he made a lot of promises as a mayor of Newark.
Mm-hmm.
And he didn't do a lot of the stuff that he promised. That's not...
Sounds like Trump. People are going to make that comparison.
Right?
I know not to make that comparison.
Yeah, but that's...
So,
no, don't. We're going to get Trump. Because
right.
we have somebody we can actually compare to Trump.
Right.
Well,
I can't wait for that. Watch it be somebody I actually care about. He knows it too. He gonna try to make me eat some crow.
No. I hope you don't care about this person. But this is a weird comment to say about somebody. He sounds like a Hallmark card. That's
like pulling emotional strings.
right, but
Okay.
that's not. I don't see it as a positive.
Okay.
You know.
I
think
see that.
I think Cory Booker is a guy that can hype up enthusiasm, but then it might fade, which is not good, because if you hype up in the Democratic primaries and then you get to the general election and you're waning,
Right.
then you don't win.
Yeah.
And then also what
Yeah,
I'm interested to see with all these Democrats actually, because I seen just looking at things about Cory Booker that Gillibrand was like, oh, congratulations to one of my closest friends, welcome to the race.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody is too nice.
That's real.
Like for a first
Ain't
impression,
nobody out here just like fuck them niggas, but it's also politics. Like you can't say fuck them niggas in politics.
But what I'm saying is 90% of what you think about a person comes from their first impression. So if everybody's appearing to be, I'm going to be the nice candidate because Trump is so abrasive, I'm not going to be abrasive. And then you get in debates with everybody who thinks the same way, and you got to start attacking.
It's a bad debate.
Right. You got to start attacking people on semantics that a lot of people probably won't really understand the nuances in your policy for Medicare for all versus Harris's policy for Medicare for all versus Gillibrand's policy for Medicare for all versus Bernie Sanders' policy for Medicare for all. Like, wait, y'all all saying the same thing. Why am I voting for you instead? So you have to start attacking people. You have to start being not nice. And you say, wait a minute. I thought you were going to be the nice candidate. Why are you talking about her like that? Why are you talking about him like that? So why you can't just say, you know what? I'm trying to be president.
And I respect you as a candidate and as a politician.
But I gotta destroy you. But I
gotta come in here and get this bag.
I'm tucking it.
Okay.
So I don't know, man. Keegan Michael Key's got an uphill climb for me.
You're a terrible person.
You can't tell me that man does not look exactly like Keegan Michael Key.
What's the next topic?
I'm not wrong, am
I mean, you're not.
I did.
I mean, what's the next topic?
Somebody else is potentially announcing.
Who?
Howard Schultz.
I did see that.
CEO or former CEO of Starbucks.
Yep.
Is announcing he announced that he's seriously considering running for president in 2020 as a centrist moderate.
Mm-hmm.
What in the world is centrism?
I'm assuming it means like even more moderate than moderate. I think I think when you look at the political scale, because obviously you got, the far right Republicans and the far left Democrats, and then you got the moderates who are like usually somewhere near the middle, but still sway left or right. Centrism is probably we're going to be as dead center as possible.
Now,
which is a great idea, but with a two-party system, I don't think he would get anything done. Because I mean, everybody always trying to get the upper hand rather than finding the actual solution. See, centrism, I think, is something that would actually let's solve the problem. I'm not trying to make anybody look good other than the people who had their problem solved. It looks great to them. But I don't think that would be productive in this two-party system that we've been fucking ourselves in for the past 500 years. So, or however long we've been here. What, 400 years? Yeah. 400, 375, something like that.
What's 2019 minus 50?
That would be 1959. No, 1969.
1969.
Yeah.
So
we went to the moon.
Who was the best president in the last 50 years?
I mean, shit.
Right. I mean, you have a lot of people. You have Kennedy.
Yeah, some would say Kennedy.
Reagan,
somebody Reagan. Some would say, Obisa. Some would say Clinton.
Right, but one name you wouldn't say is FDR, right?
Fair.
Right, like you wouldn't say that.
I mean, but low-key, Eisenhower was earlier than that.
Right.
Eisenhower's underrated.
But you would never say FDR because he just doesn't fall in the time period.
No.
When Howard Schultz was asked who his favorite president was in the last 50 years, he said FDR.
Well, I think he's about 20, 30, 40 years.
He's about 30 years off there.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, that doesn't.
that's not a good start to your campaign.
Not a great start at all. But here's where Howard Schultz is interesting if he does run. Because he's the. First of all, the parallels from Trump for him and Trump is ridiculous. White guy from Brooklyn,
This is the person that I supposedly care about.
That you, I hope you don't care
Oh,
about.
I don't really. Yeah, I don't really
Exactly.
know about.
Yeah, I
Schultz
really
like that.
hope you didn't care about Howard Schultz. But I mean, like, the only difference between him and Trump is that Howard Schultz is going to run on a fiscally conservative, socially progressive platform.
Say that one more time.
Fiscally conservative, socially progressive. So he's for women empowerment, black empowerment, minority empowerment. But let's focus on the budget. That has put.
That's fair.
I would like that to be a candidate for 2020. I don't think he's the guy that should be the face of that, though.
Okay, so now when we say fiscally conservative, what does that entail? Are we cutting back spending?
Yes.
Okay.
Like, government is going to, you have Republican ideals economically. Let the markets decide a lot of the stuff. But on social issues, you're going to be more towards the left. Now, that in itself is not centrism. So the fact that you say you're running as a centrist moderate and none of your views are centrist or moderate, what are you doing? You know? So it's like...
Okay. I see what you're saying.
But he might be the key. He might be the biggest threat to Trump 2020.
Why?
Because the Democrats don't like him. Because they think that he can snatch some of the old money from the Democrats. Because I feel like that's a country club way of thinking. Like, don't call me a racist. It's like, I'm for all the minorities. Like, I'm not a racist. But I'm more focused on the economy.
Right.
Than I am on social issues.
Right.
So that removes you from the Democrats, because Democrats are all identity politics.
All emotions.
Race and identity. And the right is more, they claim to be, we're more economy.
No, they're the same policy. Shit. They just on the other end of the spectrum.
Right. They claim to be.
Right.
You skip that part.
Yeah.
They claim to be that, but they're not. So he could take some Democratic voters that's like, all right, like...
He could take both, really.
Like, we're not for women getting raped, but, the Me Too movement has its place, but there's more important things.
Right.
And it's also like, these guys are just racist over here on the right. Like,
the right.
Jeez.
Can't fuck with them.
Right, so...
And they're fucking up the budget. Right.
So, now you have this group of moderates that everybody's trying to win. Because... Basically, I'm saying you might have 30% that are going to be Republican because they are Republican because their blood is red. And you have people, 30% Democrats who are going to be Democrats because they are Democrat and their favorite color is blue. So then you got this 40% of people that you have to sway over. And Howard Schultz running as a centrist moderate, how much does he take from that 40%? That could swing the election.
True that.
Because if you're going to take 15, let's say he takes 15% of the people who are going to vote Democrat, and they vote for Howard Schultz, and then the other 15% vote Republican, well, we got a Republican president.
True.
And then vice versa. If he takes, the people like, I really mess with his economic policies on the right, and people like, he's not social enough, let's go to the Democrats, and we got a Democratic president.
So you don't think Howard Schultz has any chance of actually winning?
Not a chance. No.
Fair.
But I think his presence in the race and his ability to generate money, because I think a lot of people with a lot of money think more like Howard Schultz. I think Howard Schultz was just talking about politics with his buddies, other older white billionaires.
Right.
And they said, you know what, you can run for president. Why don't I? Y'all got my back? Yeah, we'll give you a $2.
Right. We got it.
Right.
Like ain't nothing.
Right. We never supported a presidential candidate before.
Right. Let's see how this goes.
Right. So
do you think he's going in with that attitude of like, I have no chance of winning?
no, I think he thinks he can win,
Ah,
but I mean, he's yet to like put it in actual policy.
true.
He hasn't had an actual concrete opinion on the policy yet. So like, you know, you're gonna say like he's running the campaign that Oprah would run if Oprah ran, or if The Rock ran, or all these celebrities that would run for president. He's just saying what they say. The party system is trash. You know, there's more than two ways. I'm gonna be right in the middle. I mean, this side's right, but this side's also right too. You know, the government sucks. Get Trump out of here. Like, if Oprah said it, she'd be the leading candidate.
True.
Because Oprah has the coldest personality. But when Howard Schultz says it, it's like, wait a minute. FDR wasn't in the 50s. How did you run a business for 30 years that you can't subtract? You know, like, very interesting stuff.
I mean, yeah, that's
Stick with
I hope he can actually come with something interesting, just to shake the like some interesting policies, just to shake the table. Not necessarily like some crazy shit, but just some shit that like either people haven't thought of or haven't been bold or smart enough to actually put on the table.
I mean, well, if you talking about that, I should run president if I was old enough.
I mean, look.
Remove the 13th Amendment.
Which is?
The right to vote. Remove it from the Constitution.
And replace it
with the political literacy test that people have to pass in order to vote.
And it wouldn't be hard stuff. It would just be, who's running for president?
I mean, no, that would be question one. It wouldn't get that hard, but it would be like, you got to know what's going on. Right? You got to know what's happening in Syria if you want to talk about foreign policy. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I would do.
We would have to put together the American Voting Agency to review all of those answers.
I'd do it.
That could be something amazing, actually.
Exactly.
But I feel like it would introduce too much bias.
To vote. Why did you just get an opinion? What does that mean? The U.S. and China are re-engaging in trade talks. Now, they have until March, where Trump says he's going to up the tariff on Chinese goods to 25% from 10%. Now, the trade talks are two-pronged. The first one is to try to lower the tariffs, obviously.
Okay.
And the second one is they're trying to stop Chinese companies and manufacturing from stealing intellectual property.
Quick question.
Yes.
How much stock does Apple have in this conversation? How much do you how much actual influence do you think they have over this conversation?
Oh, how much influence do they have? I don't know how much.
Yeah, it's huge implications for them.
But they are they are the most damaged company by these trade talks.
Yeah.
Because their stock is down.
So that's what I'm saying. How do you think they have any influence in that?
No. I don't.
Okay. I was just wondering. That was it.
But see, I'm kind of torn on these Chinese-U.S. trade talks. Also, the U.S. has filed charges against Huawei, the Chinese telecommunications giant. Remember, they arrested the CFO in Canada.
Yep.
For stealing intellectual property.
Okay.
Apparently, I don't know if it was Huawei, but it was either T-Mobile or Verizon. They had a robot that they were testing their phones with, and like they let somebody in China, it might have been Huawei, use it to test their phones, and they was trying to reverse engineer it. They couldn't figure it out, so somebody just stole one of the arms off of the robot and tried to just take it back to China, like just stole it, just ripped it off and gave it to upper management.
Wow. Okay, that's crazy.
That's illegal.
How you gonna reverse engineer it with just the arm?
I
Don't you need the motherboard?
I mean, I guess it stumped them. Like, they had never seen nothing like that in their lives.
Right.
Like, they were just like, yo, we got to go get the arm. Like, if we get the arm, then we can figure out everything else.
I mean, okay. I mean, sure. That's crazy, though. I mean, goddamn.
You had to rip it off, though.
Right. Like, you couldn't have just, like...
Like, they found an email chain between, like, the people who were working with the robot and, like, the managers or whatever. They was, like, they were sending back dimensions and measurements.
Oh, wow.
Like, they
was into the thick of it.
Right.
Okay.
They was trying to figure out what is happening inside of this robot. they said, look, we can't figure that. Just steal it.
Just take the shit. Okay. Okay.
So, while I don't want the U.S.-China tariff to go to 25%, I can't really be mad at Trump if he has to do that. Because if they're just stealing intellectual property,
fair,
that's worth more than...
That's more than a tariff.
So, it's like, is he doing something right here?
Because here's the thing, like, you're still under the impression that we would win that battle if China chooses to do the same thing, right?
Yeah. I think they need us more than we need them.
And it's mainly because we're their biggest buyer.
Yep.
Because, see, here's something that I think, I feel like they can also counter it and say, okay, you're going to increase the tariff on us. We could just maybe halt manufacturing with y'all and lower the tariff everywhere else so that more countries are buying more from us. And we can fill up that gap. I don't know how plausible that is.
I mean, that's definitely an option, but I don't think they can fill up that gap. Because we probably...
Now,
you could sell somewhere else, but you ain't going to sell with it, you know.
Now, here's the thing. Mm-hmm. Is that paired with who's more prideful, us or them? It's definitely us.
I mean, who's leading this right now?
Right. Like, it's definitely us. I feel like China could outpride them.
Yeah. I mean,
because
I
feel like it could be the same thing, kind of like with him faltering with the wall. I feel like China is just like, okay, raise the tariff, and we'll raise ours, and we'll call your bluff. And eventually, I think the blowback against Trump is gonna make him fold.
Yeah, that could work.
So I think China, it might not be because they can win the battle. I think they're just gonna be able to bitch him into surrendering.
I mean, I can see that.
So I feel like, yeah, it could be the right thing to do, but I think China ultimately holds the Trump card. LOL.
I mean, talk that talk. Wordplay. I like it.
I mean, so yeah. I think that's what could potentially happen. Now, whether they're willing to pull that trigger or not, I don't know for sure. But I think they have that power for sure, especially seeing that we just saw him fold with the government shutdown.
Yeah.
Had the government shutdown still been going on, or like the Democrats folded and gave him the wall, I don't think this would be a conversation.
So you're telling us, saying the word wall has crippled American politics on multiple fronts? On multiple fronts?
On multiple fronts.
Because we can't figure out what the word wall means?
Right, because here's the thing. Yeah, we're willing to battle on the inside. But if there's anything that I feel like the majority of America agrees on, is that we're not finna sit here and just get hoed by anybody else because we're America.
Until our money starts messing up.
Until our money starts messing up. And that's exactly where China would step in and just like, look, y'all are big bag America. Okay, raise that tariff. We gonna get y'all niggas. Like, yeah, we gonna lose that battle, but we damn sure gonna win that war because your people are too fucking prideful. And ain't nobody gonna wanna, have to pay, an extra $300, $400, $500 for, all their electronic equipment. They ain't gonna want to pay extra $1 or $2 for their clothes. They ain't gonna want to pay extra $20, $30, a square foot for their furniture and all this other shit.
Well, I don't even think it's that.
No, because I think the companies that get a lot of their shit from China, they're gonna have to account for that tariff.
No.
In their
right.
in their sales,
but
that's gonna get us pissed off.
No, you're right,
Yeah.
but it's deeper than that, because we've all seen that while we may not be in recession mode yet,
it's coming.
Well, maybe, but we all know that the economy is slowing down.
Yeah.
As far as it's not growing as rapidly as it was.
Mm-hmm.
And when that happened in 2008, we had to go global to get some help. Because Obama was able to, really, Secretary of State Clinton probably played a bigger role than we gave her credit for.
True.
In cultivating relationships with people like China.
Mm-hmm.
Overseas.
Mm-hmm.
See, now we don't have those relationships.
And that really started with H.W. Bush, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now we won't have those relationships because we fractured that, and Europe is in its own thing.
Right.
I mean, UK trying to get their prime minister up out of there.
UK is trying to get back to the glory days. I don't know how they're gonna do it, but they trying their damnedest to get back.
As long as they got Queen Elizabeth, they're gonna be fine.
You're right.
She ain't going nowhere. She's 350 years old. And only getting younger.
The fountain of youth is in Buckingham Palace.
No, she is the fountain of youth. It's not in, but it's in her. She the only one to know where it is.
Right.
I
wonder what she does on a daily basis.
Whatever she feel like. That's ultimate right there. Just to do whatever you feel like doing, and can't nobody tell you nothing.
I wonder if she's I bet she a shit talker.
Oh yeah.
I bet she
She got to be. She's seen it all.
I bet she is a shit talker.
And I bet you she be cussing Meghan Markle out.
If Meghan Markle be coming back with it, and I think the Queen fucks with it.
No.
I think the Queen might fuck with it because it's just like
No.
you're the first person in the
No.
last 150 years to stand up to me.
No. I do not think Meghan Markle is standing up to Queen Elizabeth.
I think you forget that's a black woman still.
I don't care.
I think
Queen
she's
Elizabeth
still coming
will
back
have her
with it.
beheaded on the spot.
I don't think so.
No,
I
Rachel
think
from Suits is not talking that talk.
I think
to
the Queen respect it. I think the Queen respect the fact that she said, "Look,
no, it's not coming from Rachel."
Literally,
from
the first person in 300 years to stand up to me.
No.
I like that.
No, not Rachel.
I like that.
Not Rachel.
Meghan Markle becomes the Queen.
They don't even allow William and Rachel from Suits to sit at the table with the Queen. What you talking about?
I'm just throwing bullshit out there.
What you talking about, man?
Rachel stands up.
I wish Rachel would say some stuff.
Meghan Markle stands up to the Queen. The Queen fucks with it. They become friends. Meghan becomes the Queen in 107 years.
She ain't gonna live that long.
At
107 years, Queen Elizabeth is gonna be healthier than she is today.
I think Queen brings her in. I think Queen brings Meghan in on the secret.
The only way that Queen Elizabeth isn't still queen is because she doesn't want to be queen anymore.
Fair.
And then she's gonna start running half marathons for fun. She's going to live until she's 500 years old.
Easily.
That's it. I ain't got nothing else to say, man. This is a weird way to end it, but
I mean, hey, it's a good, quick, succinct show.
Yeah,
the show we've ever done. Hour 23. That's good. We ain't got no soliloquy this week.
No
soliloquy. I ain't really got no
soliloquy.
bars. I could only thing that I'll say is for the people who are in Atlanta, including ourselves, please stay safe, stay vigilant. Please be aware. It is a lot of extra. I mean, there's an extra million people here. I've been hearing stories about there's a lot of like sex trafficking that goes on around the Super Bowl. So
Yep.
all of the women out there, please stay safe. Please remain vigilant. All the men, please be aware of where not your women, of where the women are. Please make sure that y'all are protecting them at all costs. Oh yeah, quick mention of Justice Smollett.
yeah.
had a attack by some MAGA supporters out in Chicago, being investigated as a hate crime. That's really, really fucking terrible to hear about in today's age. I hope you recover well. I hope you're healthy and okay. I hope that this doesn't do too much to you on the mental side. I hope it doesn't destroy your psyche or anything of that sort. Everybody just stay safe. Like I said again, stay vigilant.
Enjoy the weekend.
Enjoy the weekend. Enjoy the Super Bowl, whatever it is that you plan on doing. I'm going to be up here gaming the whole time. Enjoy your games, whatever it is that you plan on doing this crazy weekend. Y'all just stay great out there. And, yeah, we'll catch y'all folks on the block, man.